Not even prepared. It's one of those days. I just decided to do this a little while ago, though. Hang on a second. I gotta set this shit up. Driving faster in my car. Falling farther from just what we are. Smoke a cigarette and laugh some more. These conversations kill. Falling faster in my car. Time to take her over easy in its consciously. Time to take a ride and leave today. No conversation. A really intense way to say he was having just a really bad date. But Big Empty, baby. Love me some Stone Temple Pilots, of course. But we're not here to talk about that today. I gotta throw some more top 10 shit at you. I figured I'd do action movies of the 90s. It's the night before Thanksgiving, and I think traditionally speaking, I've always kind of come on here and, done this. But, alright, so 1990s. This list made me mental. It did. Now the top 5, I think I kind of was like, yeah, this is gonna be my top 5. I know what my top 5 is gonna be. But like 5 through 10, I was kind of like I wrote it like a couple times. Like, usually I'm just like, I know exactly what I want. This is gonna go here, and this is gonna go here. But 10 through 5, I was just like, no, this one belongs up here, and that one belongs to. This list made me a little bit mad, just a little crazy in the head. But whatever. Let's get through it. Let's just get through this shit. For some reason, I don't like this list. And I still don't like this list. But you get to a point where you're just like, okay, stop haggling with yourself and just commit to this. But anyway, and I'm assuming that since this is the 90s, and a lot of you guys are a lot closer in age to these movies than you are to my movies, so these are probably your classic films. You might have a little bit more stronger feelings about it, because I'm old man. I'm older than old man freaking Winters. That's this little secret we like to keep around here, is that, old Francis hates, like, treat him like the old man, but I'm actually older than that guy. Michael Rogers, I think he's the only one that's got me. He's the only one that's got me. In the group. There might be one other, I doubt it though. But anyway, at number 10, 1990s. I'm not gonna, I don't remember what year they came out or anything like that, so don't expect any of that shite. I'm putting Con Air at number 10. I like the movie, of course. It was a classic movie, and it belongs on the top 10 list, but it does belong on the outside looking in. So as far as action movies are concerned in the 1990s, it was one of those, of course, generic turn your brain off kind of things. But you know what? That's kind of what you're looking for in an action film. You're not looking to be inspired or anything. Well, I mean, you might be inspired sometimes, but, for the most part, you're just going to look for some good action sequences, maybe some good jokes, maybe not, some good jokes that aren't too cheesy, maybe some cheesy jokes, a little bit of cheese. A little bit of cheese has belonged in, it belongs in this genre, okay? Number 9, I'm putting The Long Kiss Goodnight, Jim Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. A very, very awkward pairing, but I thought it was a very, very decent movie. Over the top as shit at the end, but still a good movie. Unexpected good movie. That was one of those movies that I watched thinking this is going to be shite, but it was an unexpected pleasure to watch. At number 8, I'm putting Speed. Don't hate me for liking Keanu Reeves. That movie is a classic freaking a classic. What do you call it? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying. So there's not much to say about Speed. It's a pretty fucking simple film, but all I got is a watch and a sorry for your hand. Or something like that. I don't remember what I said. Number 7, I'm putting The Rock. Can we check the chit chat? A-hole. Yeah, let's just start doing my favorite freaking things. I was watching this Dana Carvey special last night, and I had to shut it off because what he kept on doing was going from imitation to imitation to imitation, and he wasn't really putting any thought at all behind the dialogue that he was speaking. And so I was like, you know what? I don't need this. Do skits or something like that if you're going to just sit there and, roll through your fucking material and not put any thought into writing your comedy act, you stupid fuck. Whatever. His last one was all right, but whatever. He's kind of a little bit of a hack there. And here I am going off on comedy. Sorry, I digress. Why did I put The Rock in it? Because you cut the kick that a-hole, and I did an imitation there, and it got me pissed off thinking about how Dana Carvey isn't really that great of a comic. I watched Joe Rogan right afterwards, and he was hilarious. Very original material and just in your face. Joe Rogan's scary as shit. That guy's out there, but he's funny as hell. That's all you want in a comedian. The Rock. Sean Connery, come on now. It was a good movie. You have to admit, Jerry Bruckheimer, every once in a while he pulls one out of there. Don't get excited about Armageddon being on the list. Armageddon is a disaster movie, just so you know. But I might get to that in the honorable mentions if I even do honorable mentions. Where was I after that? Number 6, I put The Last Boy Scout. Wayans and Willis together. They were very, very awkward pairing. And, of course, there was a shitload of swearing in this movie. It just was... That's about as funny as my dick or something like that, I think was a line. I've only seen that a couple times, but, it makes the list because it was a decent movie. All right, now we get down to the 5s. The 5s, I think, like, from here on in, I was pretty much like, yeah, this is my list. I'm feeling pretty good about this top 5. The 6 through 10, I was kind of like, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. I don't know which one should be above this one. Should Speed be in Con Air's spot? Should the Long Kiss Goodnight even be on the list at all? Is the right, should Con Air be an honorable mention? Fuck it. But there they are. Our top 5 is Fugitive. Is number 5. Feel pretty good about that one. Fugitive was a badass movie. Another one of those movies that I walked into where I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I thought I don't know why I was feeling like I was going to see more of a drama than anything. But damn, Harrison Ford nailed that shit. And Tommy Lee Jones was the guy that came up with that outhouse, that whole speech that he did. And just made it awesome. Just made it good. Tommy Lee Jones, he just made it good. I'm innocent. I don't care. It's good stuff, At number 4, I'm putting Demolition Man. Don't judge me. That's right. Demolition Man made my top 5 because me and my friend Paco Rodriguez Chinchilla Gonzalez sat there one time watching the movie after we had seen it a couple times and said, let's count how many times Sylvester Stallone runs away from something blowing up going, yeah! And it turned out to be like 5 or 6 or something like that. You got to go back and review the tape. But that's the end of that. At number 3, I'm putting Point Break. Nope, that's not true. See, I even made some edits on this list. Spoiler alert, number 2. Nope, number 3. No, see, I still don't know. This list is vexing me. All right, so whatever, I'm owning this. Point Break is at number 3, okay? Or is it at number 2? Point Break is at number 3. Fuck it, it's at number 3. This fucking list. I'm going to drink a little bit. Point Break is number 3. I'm an FBI agent. I'm going to do an imitation for every single one. I'm not going to do an imitation for every single one. But it's not my favorite one, but I'm an FBI agent. I call it a killer something. Tube or whatever. I forget what he said. There was definitely a couple of lines in there. Sarah peeled skin off chickens. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, Point Break's at number 3. I don't know what else to say about the movie. The movie was good. Hey, watch the movie. It was great. Not the stupid one that I haven't watched from that just got released, but obviously it's 1990s. Obviously, this is the 1990s, Greg. You don't have to remind the people that the tens of viewers that rare form tonight. I know. All right, let me see what else is going on here. Because I screwed the list up big time. It's because I moved Demolition Man. I moved Demolition Man a couple times. I almost had Demolition Man at number 2, and I was like, you can't put Demolition Man at number 2. What the hell's the matter with you? I could have, though. I put Under Siege at number 2. You know, as the Steven Seagal at the time, you know, if I go by the feeling that I felt at the time, you know, it was just like this was like Steven Seagal's first attempt to actually make a real movie as opposed to just his generic somebody wronged me or somebody beat me up and then, you know, or the the other one, which is, well, this one actually kind of was that, except that it was on a motherfucking boat, motherfuckers. It was on a boat. So I think that's probably why Under Siege goes up there, because it was on a motherfucking boat. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me tonight. I think it's because I don't have to work tomorrow. And it's not Saturday tomorrow. That's so fucking righteous. Anyway, so that's my fucking top whatever, except I got a number 1 coming up. I did want to do some honorable mentions and just kind of clear a couple things up. Blade's not on the list. Blade's not on the list. Blade is not on the list because Blade is a comic book movie, okay? So I didn't put that one on the list. That's also why The Crow didn't go on the list, so calm your tits. I don't know if you could actually do a top 10 CBMs from the 1990s. I don't know if there are enough. I mean, the Phantom doesn't fucking count. I didn't put Tombstone on the list. Western. Are there 10 Westerns in the 90s? I don't know. Maybe. Jurassic Park wasn't on the list. Sci-fi. Science fiction. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was not on the list. I don't know why. I probably should have threw it on there. Because it was good. That was a good movie. But that was more of a serious, I don't know. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels wouldn't have been fair to the rest of the list, because the rest of the list are very, very light-hearted action films, and that's kind of what I was going with this whole thing, so that's kind of why I kind of left that one off there, too. There's certainly many, many other movies that I could honorably mention, but I'm sure I'm not going to remember them. So fuck it. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. You gotta wrap that shit up. That was from the Chappelle Show one where they had the wrap it up one, and it was the dude was in the freaking courtroom and he puts out the freaking box. He's like, wrap it up. No, you gotta wrap that shit up, B. He's doing it to the judge. That shit, I love that character. But anyway, number one. Well, number 1 is True Lies. True Lies. True Lies. True Lies. I'm standing by it. Shit was hilarious. Hilarious. They really packed in the comedy in that film, and it came from the most unlikely source. You know, it came from, what's his name? The Roseanne Barr's freaking ex-husband at the time or something like that. Who knew that guy was actually going to be fucking funny? He actually got his own movie because he was that funny in this movie. That movie sucked, but still, he was actually really hilarious in this movie. What kind of sick bitch takes the ice cube trays? I don't know why I just remember that. We had also Elijah Dushku who was just getting her freaking start in movies or something like that. I believe it was her first film, and she played that, you know, emo kid, you know, before emo was even a freaking thing. But then at the end of the movie, she was like, "I love you, Daddy," you know, because he was being the hero thing, you know. Jamie Lee Curtis taking it all off and still looking good at the age of whatever she was at the time. Now she's doing the Activia, whatever the fuck it is. She's definitely not. She can't get away with that scene anymore. What else is there to say? And Arnold, I'm going to kill you pretty soon. But when he was on the dope, you know, when they were shooting it up with the truth serum, it was just a very, very hilarious scene. There was a lot of good stuff. Over the top stuff, absolutely. There was a lot of over the top stuff. He fucking chased a criminal down with a horse and rode a horse up an elevator, and then the horse, like, but when the horse, yeah, whatever. So, you know, there was horse shit. There's definitely stuff in the movie that's unbelievable. For some reason, if I look back on the 90s and I say, what was the most fun I had in a theater when I went to a movie in the 90s? True Lies, man. True Lies was it. True Lies. I remember walking out of the movie like that was an unexpected, awesome fucking thing that just happened there. But anyway, tell me what y'all are doing for Thanksgiving. Everybody get into some shit. I think it's like the 4th or 5th year in a row that I'm going to my friend Adam's. It's beautiful. I show up at football time. I hang out. I have some beers. Hang out with Julian. Find out what he's been doing for the last since the last time I seen him. And hang out with Adam and some good people, man. And pig out, man. The guy always makes a gross, intense amount of food. They always make an intense amount of food. It's beautiful. So we watch football, and then we eat, and then we try to survive, and for the last game, if we care about it at all. Sometimes it's if the Packers or the Giants or I don't know who else is fans of whatever, but the Cowboys are always playing. But whatever, guys. I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't even know why I'm still talking. Enjoy yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Or be good to yourselves. Yeah, do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. Be grateful tomorrow for something, okay? Just be grateful for something. You ain't living in a cardboard box. Actually, if you're able to watch this video, that means that you're probably doing better than somebody else. So keep that in mind. Peace. Love you all. And I will see you manana or whatever. I'll see you all next